This is the first time this has been done under the Baraka administration.
Yes,
Kudos
yes.
to Mayor Baraka. Shout out to you.
Mm-hmm. And he comes and watches work too, man. He come uplift us, give us a little encouragement, bring us lunch sometime and everything. Like
He's
right
a
there
hands-on
for us,
mayor, man. I gotta give it to him.
Hands on. Like this whole crew that he got, man, ain't nothing but trying to uplift us so we can do better, bigger and better things instead of limiting us to little $8.25 jobs and stuff like that. Because he wanted to get a 16, 19 an hour. So you know that was a process right there just to get that. You know, we making we making more than some of the brothers who police officers at this present time.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even come in making that.
Yeah.
I said, so it's truly a blessing, man. Like I am grateful, man, and thankful, man, just to be in a position like this. You know what I mean? I got a show coming on Cable Vision, like called Tell a Vision, where brothers and sisters will be able to come on there and be able to tell their life story. Because it's gonna be all aspects, all different kinds of people coming on there.
Beautiful.
It's from June 14th, man. So I've been kind of like busy with that. And I'm going to school to get my CADC license so I can be a drug counselor. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to do.
Certified.
Certified. You know, ain't nothing like that certification. You know, when you're going through your transitional period, you know what I mean? And you're trying to evolve into a better person, you must set goals for yourself. And once you reach them goals, you set another goal. And you keep going because you always got to visualize what you're doing. If you don't see it in your own eyes, if you don't see it in your mind, then how it's going to be manifested if you don't even see it yourself, if you don't see yourself doing it. So that's one of the things I tell the brothers whenever I go speak with them. I say, listen, man, your belief system has to get strong, and you got to believe it, and you also got to see it. Because the mind only can put out there what it sees, so you got to put the picture in there. The only way you're going to do that is to educate yourself. You got to read. You got to do what's necessary to evolve in all aspects of your life. You know what I mean?
In all aspects of your life.
Yeah, it's not easy, man. Like, it's going to be difficult. You know? And one of the things that we talked about in class today that Minister Farrakhan was talking about, he was talking about the organization. And your organization should start from your family first. That should be your first look at an organization, how it should be ran. And a man should be the head of that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of difficult right now with being conditioned, with the neighborhood you're growing up in, and what you're paying attention to. Because whatever you pay attention to, you become. You know what I mean? If you agree with it, you become a part of that. So, man, now I got my son living with me, man. I'm trying to be that main leader so he could see, like, what it's about, of being a man. Because even now, you know, he worked, but he ain't want no career. Even now, he went and got paid his little $50 for his fireman certification. Now he want to be a fireman because he like, Dad, you ain't leaving me behind.
Yeah.
He said, you going to school, you doing what you got to do. Like, I want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? I think, like, that's what we should do as men. You know, we got to lead as example for our kids, man, because they don't know.
Lead by example.
Yeah, they don't know, man. Like, it's difficult out there, all the stuff they got to distract them from their main purpose in life, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one of the things why I love doing what I do, man, because I can always bring some enlightenment to darkness, man. Like, that's my purpose in life, man. Like, I love doing it. I love going where I go at on a daily basis, where I go. Even at work, man, I got a couple brothers who work with me, who stay by my side, and I always got something for them every day. You know, when we walk and we cleaning up, we talk. Yeah, we talk. You know, man, I try to tell them, man, that your words is powerful. You can use your words to hurt you, or you can use your words to help somebody. You know what I mean? So stop calling yourself the N-word. You know, stop saying that, because it's gonna be mad if you keep saying that. You're gonna believe that. Then you're gonna start acting like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You was a king, bro. Like, don't say that.
Act like a king.
Yeah, act like a king. You know what I'm saying? It's serious, man.
Yeah.
The elders been, you know, they throw us to the side now. Like, we ain't got, you know, like I had one brother said the other day, man, old joker, man, y'all dropped off, man. I said, we dropped off. He said, yeah, man, y'all don't matter no more. I said, see, that's the problem right there.
Yeah. Wow.
I said, with age comes experience. With experience comes wisdom. I said, the elders can give you the wisdom that you need. I said, if you start thinking that you know it all, then how are you going to be able to get taught if you think you know everything already?
Yeah, but most of the young folks that's out here today, you know, they think the elder generation take a back seat to what they're doing. No, we've been where you're at.
Yes.
We moved past where you're at. We have grown, you know, and we have wisdom and understanding, whereas though you don't have that yet. Yeah. As young men and women in society.
Yes, sir. So you definitely have to watch what you feed yourself, man, like physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Yeah, and you got to be a good listener.
Yeah.
One thing Mr. Sawab is a good listener.
Now, listening is a technique too, man. It's not easy to listen, man. You got to sit up straight. You got to pay attention. You got to look at the person in their face so you can hear, you know what I mean, what's going on. Then you internalize what's going on. Man, I was hard-headed. I couldn't get me listening to nothing because I had too much stuff on my mind, too much stuff to do. So I was distracted in all different directions. So I never even heard the message when I was out there running. So I understand the young brothers today when it's hard to get through to them. They ain't trying to hear nothing you say because if you tell them you've been down this path, you've been down that path, they look at you as being a sucker, not knowing that what you've been through have made you the person you are today. So yes, I've been down that path. Yes, I was a fool at one time. Yes, I was ignorant at one time. But then I woke up. You know what I mean? And once I woke up, I started to see clearly. And once
you didn't give up.
No, never.
You didn't give up. See, that's the key. Not giving up. You know, being accounted for what you done in your life.
Yeah.
Dealing with your sobriety. You know, we say every day is one step away from, you know, returning back to what you used to do if you go into those negative thoughts and thinking process and surrounding yourself around people who really don't want nothing out of life.
Yeah, man. I call
so
that.
It's people, places, and things you have to change.
Yeah, I call that toxic people.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. But it's okay. I understand them. I understand their conscious state.
They're not ready yet.
They're just not ready yet, man. I don't judge them or nothing like that. I just give them what I can give them at that period of time, and I just keep it moving, man. Because everything starts with a thought, man. It's either you're going to act on that negative thought or you're not. Either you're going to act on that positive thought or you're not. I chose to act on the positive side of things, and I knew it was going to take some work. So I had to surround myself with the people who I knew could help me with what I needed in life. Yeah, I was selfish at that time because I needed the help. I had to swallow my pride and everything and go get that help that I needed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no problem with me at that time because I was beat up on both sides. I was done.
Yeah.
So I was ready for the help. You know what I'm saying? So I was ready to go out there wherever I can get it from. Whatever class they had going, when I was in Delaney Hall, I was in that class. Anger management, you know what I'm saying? Like life skills, behavior modification, relationship groups, whatever they had moving, I was in that class.
And shout out to Sister Bay. We love Sister Bay.
Yes, Sister Marion Bay. Yeah, she the one who seen something to me, man. That was my vessel at that present time. You know what
Positivity I mean? In our community is key to us bringing back the days of the 70s and 80s when people loved each other more, especially the black community. Things that are going on in these streets today did not happen in the 70s and 80s, people. We're trying to get back to that because people just don't care about other people no more.
Yeah, man. And the core of all that, man, is getting back to love, man.
Exactly.
Because love conquers all, man.
Exactly.
Like
love conquers all, folks.
You hear that, man? You can get back. You can get the understanding. You can get the wisdom and everything if you just fall back, man.
And the discord that's happening with, you know, us, the black man and woman, and foundation, whether you're married, you're in a relationship, you know, girlfriend, you know, boyfriend, or someone who just has your heart.
Yeah.
Let me get you output on that.
See, the thing is with that, man, is, see, it's a lot of things I see, man. Like I talked to a couple brothers, man, about their relationships and stuff like that. You know, because I'm solo right now. You know what I mean? I'm still building my thing up because I want to be prepared for my queen when she comes. I want to be prepared for her. So you got to prepare yourself for that person. So if you just jump into a relationship without having no understanding, not even of your authentic self, your knowledge of self of who you are, how you going to share that with her if you don't even know who you are? How you going to deal with that sister when she come to you for the strength? She might be angry and she might be letting that anger out, but you don't even know how to embrace her, to nurture her, to bring her back. That's why so many brothers who beating up on sisters because they feel like they're not listening to them. That's what brother told me. She don't listen to me. I said, what is you saying?
Wow.
To make her not listen to you. I said, because if a sister can't come to you for strength, she gonna look at you as weak. You're supposed to be the head.
Yes.
And if she don't look at you as the king or the head, what you think she looking at you as? And if you're not looking at her as a queen, there she is. That's the whole gap right there. That's a lack of communication. Now you gotta deal with the 3 C's, man. It's commitment, communication, and compromise. That's the 3 C's that keep a relationship going together. You know what I mean? Because when I find that sister, once I get everything I need in life, because you know, we gotta look at the old African proverb. Before an African would get his woman, before he go to that man, that tribal leader, and ask for his daughter's hand in marriage, he had to have a hut, he had to have cattle, he had to have ways to get money, you know what I'm saying, to keep all that flowing. Before that king said, you could take my daughter, you got to provide for her. So why would you go into a relationship knowing you ain't got all them things? That's going to cause a whole lot of problems, a lot of grief, because you ain't got no money. She on welfare, or she's striving to get the money. You ain't trying to help her. Even in Obama's book, you know what President Obama's wife told her? She said, I make $350,000 a year. You make 60. You supposed to be the head of the house. Now you supposed to be the leader. You need to step your game up. Yes, she did. The president's wife told him, you need to. So you know what the president did? He stepped his game up. But that's what a strong woman gonna do for you. You know what I mean? She know what's in her man. She see that strength, and she gonna push him. Say, no, ain't no slacking, ain't no procrastinating. You need to get on board. You need to do this. You know, you need to get this done. And a man, up your ego and your pride. You know this. You can feel this. That she right. So you need to get on board. You need to do what you gotta do. That's the process I'm going through right now. Because I don't want to get with no sister, no woman, and I ain't prepared for her. That's why relationships gonna drain, because you're not prepared for her. She coming to you as a woman of whole. She got her career. She got this. She got that going on, and you don't have none of that.
Yeah, well, you heard it here first on Political Views with Ali Sawab.
That's right.
But I also would like to say that, you know, most men, you know, African American that's out here, like the black woman is, you know, in a higher status quo in America than the black man, because they're given more opportunities than a lot of African American men. But I tell brothers that come to my office all the time, all colors, white, black, Spanish, whatever, you know, you got to take hold of your life. If you want to do better, you have to get some type of certifications. You got to go to college, these universities, these certification programs.
Well, let me
you
say
know,
this, bro. Like, I don't agree with that. You know, we can agree to disagree.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
Because the opportunities are out there for both of us.
Exactly.
Now,
but
see, the sister who wants something, and she see that, and she strives towards that, being that she a little bit more emotional than us, she can hold together more things that we can, and she go harder at that present time. It all depends on your drive and your desire to get that thing done. You know what I mean? Because I know some young brothers that's 22, 23 years old making $250,000 an hour. Young brothers, because they see their vision, they believe in their vision, they dream, and they be around the people, and they go get the funds, and they make it happen.
But that brings back to, like I said, you have to surround yourself around positive people. And we have black men, not just in the city of Newark, but like all over America. Detroit, Chicago, New York, Atlanta. And they may be coming home dealing with a lot of things from a life of incarceration. They trying to get back on their feet. And most black men are leaders. But they just don't know how to challenge some experience that they have. That's why you need that support system. A strong woman will help you get right, just like Michelle did with Barack.
Yeah, because see, that was their organization they had. They had kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a wife, he had children. So their foundation was already set. She just was pushing him for higher things. You know what I mean? Like the class that Sister Bay had when we was in Delaney Hall. You know what I'm saying? Called strategical thinking. She wants to think higher. Wants you to think higher of yourself and stuff like that. But if you not paying attention to your surroundings and to what you're doing, and you ain't thinking outside the box, and you ain't going no other place but the hood, how can you be enlightened by something different if you ain't doing nothing different? Like, it's really that simple, you know what I mean? That's why I get, like, a lot of the brothers, most of the young brothers that I speak to, they got my numbers and they call me. Oh, we seen this, we saw your article, and they see the path. They see where I was at one time and where I'm going now.
And your growth.
And they ask me, like, how did you do that? I said, first and foremost, I had to get with the Creator first. And I had to ask for forgiveness. I had to stop beating myself up emotionally. You know what I mean? Because, like, I told myself I wasn't S for a long time. You know what I mean? So if you're going around and you with the same people at the same time on the same corner every single day, how you gonna be enlightened? Like, it's impossible to be enlightened because you gotta understand that subliminal thoughts is all around us. Everything you do is in videos, it's everywhere.
Yeah, social media.
It's on social media, it's everywhere.
Instagram.
So you have to read. You gotta pick a book up, man, and enlighten yourself. Even if you get a Kindle and you just go on any kind of book just to read something, man, to uplift you, man, because your brain is hungry for that. You got to feed that thing up there. You know what I mean? You gotta feed the mind. Because if you don't feed the mind, you don't have no picture of what to go do, what to strive towards. There's no picture there. Only picture that I had at one present time was drugs.
Yeah.
But now, when I go to sleep, my dreams is different now.
That third eye, your mind,
It's different now because I go to sleep thinking bigger and better. So my dreams is bigger and better. You know what I mean? I go to sleep thinking about doing this and doing that. And I get the clear pictures when I sleep. Before, I wasn't even thinking about dreaming, man. I don't even think I dreamed when I was getting
Yeah.
Because I was too tired.
You
know
never
what I'm
got to
saying?
sleep.
I was too tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never could see it now.
Restless.
Yeah, but see, when you wake up,
Wake up,
when
folks.
you stop walking around sleep, you know what I mean? And you take a chance and you follow some of them dreams you had when you was little, when you wanted to do this and you wanted to do that. Is people can help you with those dreams, but you gotta put that work in. One thing I believe in, your prayers are only answered when they coincide with your thoughts and your actions. You can pray all day long, 5 times a day, 10 times, I don't care how many. But if you get up and you ain't putting that work in, if everything ain't going within balance, how the Creator gonna help you if you ain't there knocking on that door? And it's impossible. It just can't help you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I told a brother the other day, he said, man, I be praying all the time to get a job. I said, well, do you go looking?
Yeah, your heart has to be receptive.
How you gonna pray for a job?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't go looking.
Yeah.
You want somebody to bring the job to you.
People just think that, this stuff is going to drop out in the sky.
Yeah, man.
No, it don't work like that, folks.
I put that work in, man. It says on that paper right there, man, that it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna go through suffrage. You're gonna suffer. Yes, you is. It's gonna happen, but at the end of the day, when I look back, Sawar, I go, wow. Understand this, yeah. I had no idea I would be doing what I'm doing now. I had no idea that this was gonna happen.
He stayed in one area of the project.
Yeah,
for 15 years. He did not know, folks, that we had a new Applebee's in the Central Ward. He didn't know that we had a new movie theater. Shaquille O'Neal did a Cityplex 12.
No
He didn't even know
nothing.
it was a brand new Central High School for our North students out here.
Yo, my cousin.
That's
had to
how
drive me around.
these dangerous drugs have folks caught up.
Yeah, man. And understand this, man, like with the drug thing. Understand that everything is made in a laboratory now. Nothing is made from the leaf anymore. Everything is synthetic. So it's made strictly, listen to what I'm telling you, strictly to deter you from your true self. To stop you from hearing that true voice in you that's trying to guide you, because you have a GPS system. You have a God-provided system in you that's trying to guide you on a daily basis. But when you take them drugs, you put that screen up. You put that wall up, and you can't hear him when he's trying to guide you. You can't. I ain't hear him. I couldn't even hear him. All I heard was that loud voice saying, go get one more. Or bump him. Or F him. My whole language and everything was negative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you can try, you know what I mean, give yourself a break and leave those substances alone, you're going to hook up with your real substance, your authentic self. And once you hook up with that person and you start sharing who you are with the world, with society, man, that's when your gifts and your blessings come.
Exactly. See this, brother.
That's when they come. You know what I mean? And they come so fast, you be like, wow.
But
you got to prepare yourself for them gifts.
a life reclaimed.
That's right. That exactly.
From crack, cocaine, every day to glory.
Yeah. 'Cause understand this, man. Suffrage prepares you for leadership. Let me say that again. Suffrage prepares you for leadership. When you go through all that stuff, you're going to be on the best leader. You know what I mean? Because addicts are some of the smartest. I mean, remember, they used to call me Hustle Man. I sell a well water and a penguin ice. Understand that, you know what I mean? So I ain't got no problem with the manipulating situation to go back and come
Yes,
my way.
sir. Yes, sir.
I just flipped it now. Because I know if I put negative energy out there, that's what's going to come back to me.
You channel those experiences to something positive.
Exactly, man.
And that's
I put
why
all that energy into it.
And
Just
that's
like
why
I ran.
you're being blessed.
Exactly.
Like you are.
Ain't nothing like you only going to keep it when you give it away, man.
And the things that we started, he was there from day one with me and Sister Bay with our MOUs that we got with Essex County Correctional Facility, Delaney Hall, Harbor House, Logan Hall, Kentop. This was never done in the city of Newark, and this brother's story brought the hardest of the hard to their knees, and they brought their attention to him like we was in the movies, and it was a good movie. You can't make this stuff up.
No,
like
you cannot make
you can't make this stuff up.
Yo, it's a quote.
And tell them that time that we was at the county and your drug dealer was in there and he had to listen to you.
Yo.
Tell the political views people that story and what happened.
Yo, we in there. So we doing our spill and everything. And I looked up and I see him sitting there. You know, the first thing came out of his mouth after we could finish talking was, wow. Like, Hustle, what happened? I told him I let go and I let God, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you stopped buying crack.
Stop buying, but you know what I'm saying? He was locked up, you know what I mean? And I was locked up mentally, you know what I mean? So he told me, he said, wow, man, I'm proud of you, man. He said, I'm proud of me too, because I don't have to buy nothing from you no more.
Exactly.
I said, but I got something for you now.
Yeah.
I got something you can get from me for free. So I got something you can get from me for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, when I was looking at that, I was like, beautiful.
Yeah, man. Like when that article came out, it was a couple of brothers that was in there in Delaney Hall too. When we went back there, that was talking to me and everything. Like, it was like, wow. Even some of the brothers used to hike on me every day when I was in there. When I was telling them what I was going to do when I leave here. You know what I mean? I said, man, I know what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to do this. I wrote it down on paper. I visualized it, and I marked up. I still got that paper right now today, y'all. I got that same list that I made in Delaney Hall 4 years ago. I got that same list marked off. I got other lists in there. I'm doing different stuff now. I done made some new lists, but I got that same list. The first thing was on there, you know, was to get some teeth, you know? Because I had a problem with the apple. I need to get that assault on that apple, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like making that list out is important, man. Visualizing, writing stuff down is good for you because you can see it in front of you. You know what I mean? If you put it down and you say, yeah, this is my goal for the day, this is what I'm going to do. Like, it helps you out, helps you visualize it. And you also check off. And you check off. And you go down that list. And before you know it, you done made another list. And you done reached those goals. Now you done made it. I'm on my third list. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. You know, now my son is making lists.
Yeah,
I don't say nothing. Like, I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't say nothing. Like I told him when I first got with him, I said, I ain't making you no promises, no nothing. Just watch my actions.
That's
said,
it.
That's all I asked. You know what I mean? I said, because I know I wasn't there for you. I know I wasn't a good father. I know I wasn't this and I wasn't that. He said, but Dad, lucky that my baby mama was good. So she always told him, when your father get this thing together, watch what he do. He gonna come back and get you. I ain't even worried about it. He gonna come. I don't know when, but when he coming to get you. And that's exactly what happened. Let me tell y'all, I was so lost. I didn't know what an email address is. Let me tell y'all, I ain't know what an email address was.
Let them know, sir.
I didn't know how to get on Facebook. I ain't know how to do none of that, bro.
He the Facebook king now.
Brother helped me out, got me on there, man. And once I got on there and I hit his name up, he hit me right back, man, between 30 and 45 seconds. Dad, I've been looking for you for years. Now he stay with me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He stays with
that
me. That
lost time that you guys had with you dealing with your sobriety for so many years of his life, this young man still was receptive. He opened his heart up. His heart was receptive to his father, which many young men and women that's out here, you know, we really don't get a good chance with black fathers. Kudos to the black fathers that's taking care of business, you know, helping their significant others, their girlfriend, their wives, you know, they taking care of the family unit as a whole and doing positive things with their family. That's all over this country. Of course, sometimes the black man, you know, gets pushed or as we like to say, thrown under the bus, when that's really not the case.
You know, see, what make it sad though. See, this I gives my baby mothers they props because they didn't go to child support on me because they already know I was messed up. You know, they weren't gonna get no money anyway. I'm out there running the streets, but they did.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. See, what they did was install in my son and in my daughter, both of my baby mothers stole in them what was installed into them. They gave that to them. They said, don't hold no resentment or anger against him. He just going through something.
Positive black women.
Once
all
he
the
go
time.
through, so if you have a baby mama, if you have a seed out there, give that woman her props, man, because she is taking care of that baby when you ain't there. She feeding that baby, she nurturing that baby, she doing everything she got to do for that baby, and some, and still going to school or going to work and doing all that. And the first thing come out your mouth when you don't get your way is she's a B,
Yeah.
or you was a dot, or something like that.
Yeah.
That really upsets me when I see brothers. I done got into a couple little disagreements on buses because I heard brothers calling. I said, brother, that's not a, what you mean? Because she not responding to you the way you want her to respond to you, so now she's a dot. I was like, wow, that's real ignorant. Yeah. But see, that's what they see on the videos. That's what they hear on the raps. Yeah. And that's what they pay attention to. And I can understand that because when I was growing up, all we heard was positive stuff from Brand Nubians and from KRS-One. We didn't hear all that, you know what I mean? We heard different things and stuff. Like, we heard different things.
Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, we heard different things. So
Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
the books I give to the brothers now, man, like Michael Beckwith, you know what I'm saying? Joel
Langston
Osteen,
Hughes.
you know what I mean? That's the literature that I bring to the brothers when I go there. You know, something that's going to help them realize that you have a purpose in life. Like, you ain't just here just to breathe. You ain't here just to be still in this air and not using it properly. You know what I'm saying?
And I love Langston Hughes, What's in Your Hand?
Yeah. You know, Les Brown.
Adam Clayton Powell, What's in Your Hand?
Yeah, I bring him. I bring him all the ones that's doing something right now. Yeah. Uplifting people. Yeah, they getting paid because they put that work in. So it's their due time. You know what I mean?
Thing.
It's a beautiful thing, man. But it's like, if I can't say nothing, I say this, man, to our viewers, man. Like, be true to yourself, man.
And for the positive women that's out there that's giving their, they kid's father or baby father, as you want to call it, giving him a chance when you know he's going to do the right thing, like these young ladies that was his kids' mothers or whatever, they gave him a chance. And now he's showing them his accolades of what he could do for his kids.
Yeah, really.
See, that's the key, because you have to have positive women as well. Because women that's out here with a lot of men coming home from a life of incarceration or just, dealing with sobriety that never been locked up before, but they've been, addicted to drugs for a long time.
Yeah, I just lost my little brother, man. He did 18 years in the Fed joint. He came home and stuck with the same lifestyle he had when he went in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that K2, took him out, man.
K2, dangerous. Very dangerous.
Man. Like, he went to sleep and he couldn't breathe. He didn't wake back up. You know what I mean?
Sad.
And it's sad, like, I ain't get a chance to really bond with him.
Sad.
So it's crazy, man. Like be true to yourself, man. Love yourself and remain grateful and humble. You know what I mean? Because, like, ain't nobody out here, we might be a little bit different, but ain't nobody unique, man. We all the same, man. We all bleed the same, do the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, eat the same and come out the same part of your body and all that. You know what I mean? Stop hurting each other, man, over some words.
And if you ain't going to be part of the solution to help, that woman that held, your children down, or that woman hold your kid's father down or whatever, then you got a problem with yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Because God forgives everyone. So who can I say, and for the Political Views audience, that we have to help each other? This discord, I hate him or I hate her and all this keeps that division away from family.
Yeah, it does, man.
And
sad.
this is no good for the children. Because when you have a woman that's kicking the father back in and not, showing everything positive that he did while you was there before you got on drugs, and was strung out for them number of years. I'm quite sure they seen in you that he's a good man. That's why they told your kids that just watch what he do when he get out here.
Yeah, because like when I met him, I had my thing together.
A living testimony.
I was working at White Castle, you know what I'm saying? I was a head porter there when I first met my first baby mother, you know what I mean? That's when I was just smoking weed. That's a whole entirely different world.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it was difficult, man. But like I said, man, through hardships and everything, once you go through all that, man, that's gonna humble you. You know what I mean? And humility means not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. That's what humility means to me. I don't know about nobody else, but the less I think about being self-centered, and the more I help people, man, no matter what it is. I was coming down the street, right down Market Street today, when Miss Bay dropped me off. I walked down Market Street and I seen the brother laying down on the ground, and he had his sheet on the side. I took him and I laid him across him. He was like, "Thanks, bro." Like the sun was blocking us. Come on, man. Took him in there. I ain't had much money, but I bought him a roll and a piece of chicken, man. Because I remember laying on the street and somebody walked up to me and bought me something to eat. Like that was the least I could have did.
See, that's that humility.
That's that humility right there, man. That's what that
Giving back, you know, doing a kind deed for somebody else who less fortunate than you.
You know how you feel? You know how you feel when you're doing the right thing? How your body feel? How everything just feels so much better when you're doing the right thing. Even when you're around negativity, let me tell y'all something. Even when you're around negativity, you feel it. Like you can feel it. You can feel the vibe coming off the person. Once you get connected, you can feel the vibe coming off the person. So you get out the car. Like that's one of the chapters in my book, Get Out the Car. I got that. That's in my book called Get Out the Car. If you find yourself around a situation and that conversation and it's getting toxic, get out the car. Keep it moving, because you know if you sit there and you listen too long, now if you're on the bus, you ain't got no choice. You ride to where you gotta go at. But you can still move your seat though. You know, you gotta get away from that because that stuff, man, it poisons your mind.
Poisons your mind.
If you already got all that negative stuff up there that really never goes nowhere, it's just in the cut. You know what I mean? You can use it at any time. You know what I mean? So it's difficult. Like, even at work, I got brothers coming at my neck all day long. Like, man, you every time I turn around, you doing extra. You doing this, you making us look bad. I said, how do I make you look bad by doing my best?
Exactly.
I said, as a man being responsible, goes the extra mile. He does his best at everything he do. I don't care if you shoveling S. You're going to be the best shit shoveler that is. At least I am. I don't care if I'm washing dishes or what I'm doing. I go hard with it. You know what I mean?
And I could say that, you know, you down, you very about your business. You're not crying like some of these gentlemen that come out here, you know, thinking somebody owed them something. You owe yourself.
Exactly.
No one owes you nothing. You got to keep the focus on yourself in order for you to get to that next level that you want to get to in your life and reclaim your life. You have to keep the focus on yourself.
That's true. That's so true, man. Because I had to be selfish at one period of time. See, the blessing through all that, man, that you learn through all that, is your character and your attitude change. So we can't really, man, with me, you can't really change who you are. But you can change the choices and decisions that you make. You know what I mean? Because God made you the way he is. He put all them gifts and talents in you. It's up for you to go down that tank, go dig down in there and bring them out. And it's going to take work. You know what I mean?
It's going to take work.
It's going to take some work, man.
And on that note, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back with more Political Views with Ali Sawab and my special guest, Chris Hakeem Stokes. Living his life, sobriety for the second time, y'all. All right.
On and on and on, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm your
Valley Swab. And I'd like to give some shout outs. We have our upcoming Juneteenth show coming up on 10th Street in Madison in the city of Newark on Father's Day, June 19th, 2016. And we also have the Fathers Now Cookout with Chris Redwood and TNS Entertainment Group coming to Orange Park, July 2016, with my partner Tanya Champagne and Ali Sawab. And we have an array of other things coming in Weekway Park with the Sports Authority, Mr. Doug Freeman, and Joy Brimby Freedom, and Mr. Wadu. That's coming up, real positive stuff for the kids coming out in the community, in the city of Newark, city of Orange, under the guise of TNS Entertainment Group LLC, me and my partner, Tanya Champagne, the beautiful Miss Boss Lady, as I call her.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want everyone to come out to the Juneteenth. She's been doing it for the last several years with Amina Baraka, and I call her the mother of all mothers. You know, Man Baraka's mom, and it's positive. She has face painting. She has positive people, business people, regular folks from the community coming out, you know, teaching our kids, you know, positive things of what's going on, dance shows, double dutch, and all that type of stuff. Just fun family activities for people to come out. And it's been a success story for years. No incidents or nothing. This is the positive things that are going on in the city of Newark that you don't hear about.
Yes.
You know, but we here to tell them on this show.
Yes, it's definitely.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Yeah, so getting back with Brother Chris Hakeem Stokes, and we left on that last note with the positive, you know, your kids' mothers or baby mothers, as you like to call them.
Yeah,
And many other people.
Yeah.
You know, they even made a movie, Baby Mamas.
Yeah. I give Lisa
Went to
Solomon.
mainstream Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to give them their props, man. Lisa Solomon, Rose Scott, Sister Marion Bay, Marcy Myers. Those women right there hold me down when I couldn't hold myself down.
I'd like to give a shout out to the Saunders family, Karen Saunders and Jonathan, and you know, all the positive people that's in my life, that's doing, you know, things for the community. And this sister has hired a few people from my office. Kudos to her and all the positive people that's out there, the women, the sisters. She on was good. And that's doing things for their community and making a difference. I love that.
Yeah, man, you know, like, it's serious, man, because what I found out, man, like, and I had to find out this the hard way, but
Yeah.
good thing I did find it out. That the order that it's in is written in that order for a purpose. It's God, family, and then all the other stuff after that.
Exactly.
So until me as a man started helping my family out and taking care of my family, you know, little things was happening for me. But since I've been helping out my son and being there for my son and my daughter and being the leader, that's when the doors really started opening up for me, man. When I started helping my family out, when a man started helping his family out, and you got help from your other members of your family, that's when you feel whole. Well, that's when I feel whole.
That's that
You know what I mean?
positive.
Because you living by the covenant. You living as a man's supposed to live. A man's supposed to take care of his family. Like, there's no special gift you're supposed to give for that. It's what you're supposed to do. And from that, you get your blessings behind that. Like, things was coming, was happening for me, but not like it happening for me since me and my son, since my son been living with me. Me and my son and my daughter, we have the family day every month. You know what I mean? I got pictures on my phone. We just had a family day, me and her and my son. You know what I mean? We had a good time. When we used that time, we cut our phones off. Ain't no texting, ain't none of that. It's just us conversating. Ain't no TV, no nothing. We might play a little, might play some NASCAR,
Spades.
or some spades, anything that we could verbally get into. So no phone. You ain't taking no pictures of this day. I took this picture when they first came in. We ain't doing that. This is for us. This is our family time. So we don't do that. We sit down at the table, we eat, and we talk like my mother, like we used to do. You know what I mean? Because that's what's missing.
Exactly.
The
Shout
family
out to my
structure.
kids.
Yeah,
my
the
son
family structure.
Rajan,
Yeah.
my daughter Samira, my son Hassan, your dad still loves you 1,010%. My son Rajan just got promoted. He's a longshoreman down at the seaport. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Always got his father back. I love my son Rajan to death. You know, in my eyes, he's and my other children, or my legacy will be lived through my grandkids and my kids. This is what I do. Everything that Mr. Sawab is doing is for them. and for my grandkids.
Yeah, I guess because y'all use each other to uplift each other in times of need, in times of sorrow, whatever it is. When family is there to help you through that process right there, y'all become closer. Like when since my little brother died, we got a family page where we talk all the family from down south, from everywhere. We just made a page in my little brother's honor, so we all can stay in contact with each other. Not because of death, but since that happened, man, we know everything that's going on with everybody and what's going on down south. Who's doing this? I'm about to be the best man at my cousin wedding. So she about to renew her vows, and she asked me, you know what I'm saying, to be the best man after she renew her vows. That's because she ain't seen me like 25 years. You know what I'm saying? But she know what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? The family tell her we all stay in contact now. I talk to cousins I ain't talked to in like 20 years, popping up on that page.
That's why Facebook is a good
That's
thing.
why that's what I use it for.
Good thing.
That's
Social
exactly what I use
media,
it for.
get in contact with family members that you haven't talked to. You know, and shout out to my daughter also, Sasha. Shout out to Benita Young. You know, and everybody that's in my life right now, that's in my circle. Shout out to you. There's always positivity when you're dealing with me. And like I tell people in the political news audience, this is a positive show. You hear so much negativity that's out here today. We talk about positive messages and spreading love, people.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
You know.
Because I got a lot of that to spread now.
Yeah, exactly.
I got hugs on deck,
Exactly.
everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I used to when the quote that everybody used to say, "Where the love at?"
Yeah, remember that?
You know what I'm saying? Like the old lady, "Where the beef?
Where the
You got the beef? Where the beef at?"
For real, man. But it's a beautiful day, man, once you get connected, man. Like, I can't like, say enough about that, man, because, like, that's the core to me. You know what I mean? Your spirituality, I ain't even talking about religion or nothing. I'm talking about your spirituality, like who you really are, what's really in you. Like, once you start sharing that with the world, I ain't talking about that person that you're portraying to be. You know, I ain't talking about that role. I ain't talking about that role that you trying to win an Oscar for. You know what I mean? You out there trying to play that role.
Yeah.
So if you look at it like, everybody's life is like a movie. Like, I got my own movie now. This is my life. But see, the whole secret to this now is that I'm the cast. I pick the people I want in my movie now. You know what I mean? If I don't want you in my movie, you ain't in my movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's real simple. Like I don't allow the people that come in audition. It's a real audition. Like, I'm not playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I invest my time with people now. I don't just spend time with people. Because, like, I don't just want to be just around you. I want to grow with you, and I want to learn something from you. Even though you can learn something from anybody who God brings you in contact with, you can learn something from them. But the ones who I invest my time in, who I'm going to be around, who I'm going to keep in my circle, we build for real.
And it's about loyalty, folks. It's about loyalty.
Yeah, I don't
See, I'm
just,
with loyalty.
Yeah, I don't want to just.
Because you have to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
And as you know, my beautiful partner, Tanya Champagne, said, cut from a different cloth.
Yeah,
I'm cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, 'cause we don't want to just go through this. We want to grow through this.
And the people
You know
in
what I
your
mean?
circle, if you're not loyalty, don't have any loyalty, then I'm just going to take you out of my equation. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, life is too short. I'm living my life with no regrets. That's how I live my life, and I help everyone that comes around. And I keep that positivity first in my life. You have to do that.
Yeah, but see, like it's always two sides of everything, man. Like, we got a negative side and we got a positive side. So sometimes, some days is just not good, but it was nowhere near the way it used to be. So I ain't got nothing to complain about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I ain't mad at you.
Yeah,
We could agree to disagree. With me, you know, I've seen so much negativity that now my flow is positive.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I definitely agree with that.
You know, every day that I wake up, you know, it's a positive day.
Yeah.
Right? And I tell folks out here, we have folks out here that's dying in the streets. And for all the families in the political views world that lost somebody, you know, I stand with you in solidarity, you know, to make a dua for them. That's Islamic for a prayer for your family and your loved ones that may be gone, whether it be somebody, one of your kids, you know, God forbid, or, you know, mom, a dad or aunt that may have raised you, or uncle, or just somebody close to you, a girlfriend that always held you down.
No, it's scary out there now, man.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes saying good morning gets you punched out.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
saying good morning to? Mind your business. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro. Just keep
Yeah.
it moving, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's always good, man, to be able to share that positive energy with somebody. Sometimes they need it, man. You know?
Yeah, they need it all the time, and you
They
know,
need it, man.
all the classes that I do my prison outreach with, I show positivity to men and women coming home from state or federal prison, what they need to do, you know, what steps they have to take, you know, being out here and just moving their life forward,
Yeah. You know what's
like this gentleman did.
You know what's scary though, Mr. Wild? Well, not really scary. What's sad is that when I was talking to a couple of young brothers and I asked them, what's the biggest thing that's holding you back from doing what you want to do in life? And you know what? Both of the brothers said the same thing. They said failure. They said they so used to doing what they do, and they know what they think they good at. You know what I mean? And that's just what they're comfortable with. But he said, man, I'm so scared of failing. He said, suppose I do go to school and not fail. So I tried to give him another way of looking at the word failure. I said, if you get a test, right? It's 10 questions to that test, but you only got 2 right. I said, did you fail that test? She said, yeah, I failed it. I said, how did you fail it? When you got 2 right, you learned something in that process, so you didn't fail.
Exactly.
You just ain't learned everything that it was on that test. So what do you do now? Oh, I go back and I study harder. I said, next time you might get 5 right. You might even get 7 right. But you're not a failure because you did learn something.
Right.
You learned something in that process. So I said, I don't even use that word failure. I don't even use it anymore.
Yeah, take that out.
I take that out of there because I remember growing up and my teachers telling me, you're a failure, you don't always be a failure, and I believed them. I believed them to the point where I started acting like a failure. I started not going to school. Because there's one phrase I do not agree with anymore. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never harm you.
Yeah.
Names will harm you because the words are very, very powerful. Man. Very powerful, man. Like my mother used to say that to me, boy, names ain't gonna hurt you. But some of the words she used to say to me used to hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, so when people was telling me, oh, you ugly, this and that and that, like, I believed them. So I looked at it like, well, since I look like this, ain't no need of me even trying to get dressed up. Ain't no need of me even trying to talk to this girl.
Yeah, killed your whole spirit.
Killed the whole spirit, man. You know what I mean? Positive affirmations is important. I don't care how old you is. Looking in that mirror in the morning and saying, good morning, Chris, I love you, bro. That's what I do. But that puts me in the right perspective. So no matter what nobody say when I walk out that door, I done already told myself I love you. I ain't kissed myself in anything. So no matter what you say, you know what I mean? Your opinion, I have to value your opinion for it to mean something to me anyway. You know what I mean? I got to value it. If I don't value your opinion, it doesn't mean nothing to me anyway. Not unless you said something that woke me up. And I listen to people today. I've had people talk to me, man, out of the blue moon, came from nowhere, and had that message for me today. This is what I need to hear. Hey, brother, how you doing today, man? What's going on, man? What's going on with you, bro? Like, man, come on, you can talk to me, bro. And I just start running my mouth. I just spit up all over the blood, all over his shirt now. Wow. You know what I mean? I'm just running my mouth. But now I realize that he was my assignment for the day. Or I was his assignment for that day.
For the day.
Yeah, he got me through that process right there because I was going through something and I explained to him and just so happened he had the answer. Yeah. He had the answer for me. Told me keep my head up and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did for that day.
And also like to shout out to my beautiful friend Sean Hunter that's giving Naughty by Nature their 25th anniversary.
Ooh, that's a big
show at her house, OKG from Naughty by Nature house. She is giving them their 25th anniversary at her house. And Sean is always a positive sister in the community. You know, she got an award, which I was present, by the Giblin Foundation Businesswoman of the Year. She pays it forward with everything that she's doing with her company, giving back to the community. This is one of the positive sisters in our community that's doing something. Her daughters is beautiful. Shout out Samira, was good. And you know, I just love people that's handling and living their life out here with no regrets and doing positive things in their community. You know, like Tanya Champagne. This woman is phenomenal. I always said on the show, I'm not just bigging her up because she my business partner. I'm bigging her up because we've been friends over 25 years. And this woman handle her business. She don't complain. She come to work early and she leave late at night. And this is real. Her show, The Champagne Room, comes on in a few hours. That's late night, folks. I'll be home.
Yeah, that's right. I check it out too. Yeah, another thing I want the brothers to know, and the brothers and sisters that's going through it, man, that you could bloom right where you planted at. In the middle of all that chaos, everything that's going around you, you could be the best person you could be right there in your office.
Be the best of whatever you are, Mark.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. It's how you look at it, how you perceive it, and where you go in that life. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the problem. Focus on the solution to the problem. If you focus on that solution, you'll find yourself getting out of harm's way more. Instead of you going down the left side, you know it's trouble down there, you'll go the long way to go to the convenience store. I go the long way to go to the bodega.
I know that's right.
Because it's down the street from my house, but in front of, right, the block in front of me, they all clocking everything right there. So when I come out, I walk all the way around, past the Walgreens, come all the way around, till I go to the store.
Yeah, because you might fall into a crime scene.
Exactly.
You ain't do nothing.
It ain't gonna harm me. I got my radio, got my headphones, listen to my music.
And things,
Yes.
and surrounding yourself around positivity, not just the people, the circle in your life, but where you are out in these streets.
Yeah.
When you keep your eyes and your ears open.
Your awareness has to be up, man.
Yes, your awareness has to be up. Of course, you can be here today and gone tomorrow, folks.
Because we know anything can happen, man, but you still can control your destiny to a certain point. You know what I mean? Like, I found out that too. That it ain't all, I know creative guys control everything, but I ain't got to put myself in a position where this is going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that anymore. I'm not even going to challenge myself to even try and do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's getting easier and it's getting better. And things is getting a little bit more smooth, man. But I still got a long way to go, man. I got some big dreams, man. I got some big dreams, man. I want my own thing. You know what I mean? And I'm striving towards it, and I'm gonna get that because I see it. You know what I mean? I see myself doing it.
And I want to share this with my political views audience about children that I got from my colleague, Kareem Motley. Shout out to Kareem Motley. Growing up is hard to do. The challenges a child must deal with throughout the life cycle are overwhelming. Children must deal with physical, emotional, and psychological changes as they grow. There is no manual for growing up in North New Jersey.
No, it's not.
There are so many options given to children that they often feel confused and lost, people. We are not doing our children a favor if we do not provide guidance to them. Parents are there to help children navigate this confusing world. Let us not shirk in our duties, folks. So we have to give everything that we can. Each one teach one, reach one. You always hear me say that on the Political Views show, because it takes not only a village, it takes the world. We want our kids to be the greatest scientists, the greatest engineers, the greatest lawyers, doctors that they could be. Challenge their experiences to be new inventors of the modern world, space, everything. That their mind could go from here to whatever they think. Just like that book, As a Man Thinketh.
Exactly.
Exactly. This is the testimony and the positivity things that we want to see in our community.
Yeah. And it's there, man, because smartest people, man, like, you gotta realize, where's the richest place? One of the richest places on earth. Where is that?
Africa.
You know, it's the graveyard, man, because that's where all the smart people and everything at. All them thoughts and all them geniuses and all that stuff that was inside them that they didn't fulfill. Like, if you're alive and you ain't in the building,
you coming from that aspect.
Yeah, you have opportunity to be something great. Because It's there. All you gotta do is stay on the path. Like
Yeah,
I
stay on the
complicated.
straight path.
I complicated the whole thing. Like you might not know where your gifts and talents going to take you. You might not have a clear picture of where you're going to be at 10 or 15 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Not talking school-wise, but where you're going to be at. Because I ain't have no idea I would be doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But somebody else seen it in me. And if you stay on that path, you don't know what the creator, what doors he's going to open up for you. You don't got no idea. Because they told me, even told me in NA, like, if you keep coming, more will be revealed.
Yeah, keep
And that's the
coming
truth.
back. It works.
Yeah, keep more gonna be revealed. The more you add to yourself, the more you share that, the more gonna be revealed about your character, about your attitude, about who you are, and your surroundings gonna change.
Yeah.
And you're gonna attract the positive people to you. Like most of the people that's in my life now, I met this one brother out of New York. I go to the Grown and Sexy Club over there in Tiny Champagne. I took you up on that. I go to the Taj over there from 6 to 11. And I met a brother over there. We sitting outside smoking a cigarette. He just started talking to me. He said, man, what do you do, man? Like, I heard you talking to that brother over there. Like, what do you do? And I told him. Gave me his card. Now, next month, I got a date to go over to where he work at, to speak to the brothers and sisters.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to Danny, Uptown,
You know what I mean?
next week, man.
Yeah. Brother Jones, man, in Manhattan. Yeah, his name Brother Jones in Manhattan. So you
be up there.
never know who you gonna meet or where he gonna put that person in to help you move a little bit
to that
further for
next
your
level.
dream. A little bit further to your dream. I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, if you hurt the people, man, stop hurting them, man. Because hurt people, man.
Yeah.
If you got a lot of pain up in you, man, and you going through something, man, like, deal with it, man. Like, it's a quote that I go on, man, that me and my son, I taught my son, is that you cannot escape reality. You must face your problems in order to overcome them. Like, I don't care what we're going through in life. It's not going nowhere if you don't put that work in, if you don't deal with it. If you're going through something that's hurting you, and it's messing you up inside, and it's causing you to mess up all the other areas in your life, and you know it is, deep down, you know before you go to sleep at night, you know that one little problem, that one little thing that got you going crazy, that you ain't dealing with, deal with it. Release it. Let it go. Move on with your life. Man, you know what I'm saying? I had issues that was bothering me that I didn't even know it was there for so long. They kept me beating myself up emotionally, you know what I mean? But once I found out what it was and started dealing with it, and I let it go and I forgave myself, man, things got lighter.
And on that note, I'm going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages with Political Views with Ali Sawar.
Yeah.
President's car is now turning onto Elm Street, and it will be only a matter of minutes before he arrives at the trademark. I was on Simmons Freeway earlier, and even the freeway was jam-packed with spectators waiting their chance to see the president as he made his way towards the trademark.
need someone to clap for me. I need your direction. I say come back, hey, come back, baby, come back.
They play it safe, are quick to assassinate what they do not understand. They move in packs, ingesting more and more fear with every act of hate on one another. They feel most comfortable in groups, less guilt to swallow. They are us. This is what we have become, afraid to respect the individual. A single personal event or circumstance can move one to change, to love herself, to evolve.
Welcome back to Political Views with Ali Sabah with my special guest, Chris Hakeem Stokes, back by popular demand, sobriety for the second time. And let's expound some more on what you was talking about before we left for our commercial break.
Oh yeah, man. What I want to go into this time is about reconditioning the mind. You know what I mean? Because like when you're going through trials and tribulations, you're going through a whole lot of stuff in life. And you have been doing it for so many years and you're used to it. So all that stuff is still right there. So you got to get all that stuff out for some new stuff to come in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How you going to get the new stuff in there and you still got all that garbage in there? You know what I mean? You got to get that garbage out of there so you can have some room for the good stuff. And the good thing about that, man, I did a little research with a sister. Like she forgot her sister's name. She came and spoke with us when we went to Delaney Hall. She was one of the motivational speakers there. And she told me something about the human brain.
Oh, not Jamila Johnson?
No, light-skinned sister. Got a name. I have it next time. But she told me something about the brain. She said the more you feed the brain, the more information you give it, it develops more too. It grows, like it develops more. I never knew that. I thought once the brain reaches one size, that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's it. There's no more growth or nothing that they could do. She said, no, that's not true. She said the neutrons and everything gets developed more, and everything keeps going. She said, so that new information that you're feeding it is getting stronger. So you gotta feed that brain, man. You need some new information, man. You need to feed that brain, you know. You need to feed that mind, you know what I mean? Because once you feed the mind and you give it that new information, you get excited. At least I get excited when I get new information. If somebody give me something new, like that right there, we just read today. And they can feel the vibe, you know what I mean? And now you just want to learn more, and then once you get that, you want to share it with somebody. Because you don't want to hoard. You don't want to hoard all that information you got in you. It's good to share it with somebody, man, because you don't know who needs to hear that message. Like, you don't know at one time of day or whatever. Like, because when I go speaking in any hall, sometimes when the brothers walk up to me, like I was right there. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I needed to hear that. You know what I mean? And two of the brothers that was in the Delaney Hall with me, the ones that used to hike on me, met me at the Blue Mirror one night at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Met me there. They working now. And they said, man, we seen you in the Star Legends, but we knew if you could do it, the way you looked at when you was in there, I was like, He was like,
hot mess, bro.
Yeah, he said, nah, hustle, man. That can't be hustle. Yeah. So Miss Bay had gave one on my number, and the other one, they came and hollered at me. So they called me, said, where you gonna be at? I said, I'm on my way to the Blue Mirror. Like, y'all wanna hang out, meet me there. I'm gonna get my dance on. I love club music. club music is one of the things that keep me alive too, because it's spiritual.
Yeah.
And I always did that when I was younger, and I stayed out of trouble and all that when I went out clubbing, because I never was a drinker, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I go get my dance on, because I get into a zone when I do that, you know what I mean? Man, the creative talk when I be out there, when I hear that music. So they
Yeah.
came up there, and we talked, and they was like, yo, man, when I read your thing, man, like, and I was there with you, like, he said, that's what got me. Like, I worked in the kitchen with you. Like, I heard all that stuff that you said you was gonna do when I was in the room with you, and I was laughing at you, remember? I said, yeah, but you actually got out and you actually did it. And I said, I know if he could do it, I could do it. You know what I mean? So now they still gang members or whatever, but they looking at it like this. I could take my set to another level now. You know what I mean? Now I can have them go to school like I'm going to school. You know, get a trade like I'm getting a trade. He said, that's gangster to me now. That right there was so profound to me when I heard that brother say that. Man. When he told me, that's gangster to me now, being responsible and working and getting a career is gangster to me.
He broke the cycle.
Man, he broke the... Need I say more? You said
Yes,
right
sir.
there, Smart. He broke
Yes,
that
sir.
cycle right. He said, my
Yes,
son
sir.
is not going to grow up in this. So
Yes,
I'm going to
sir.
teach him how it was meant to be, what it's supposed to be about. You know what I mean? Because I do still believe in that half. But I also know if I don't do what I got to do as a man, the streets going to get him.
Yeah.
And I can't allow that
The
to happen.
streets is wicked.
Yeah, he said, and I can't allow that to happen because just like it happened to me. And these brothers are still young. One was 27, the other one 20,
Wow.
27 to 26. So if they can get at that age right there, and they know just how much it means to be who you are, you know what I mean, and share your true self and learn some new things. Like that got them enlightened now. Now they striving for more. They want bigger and they want better. You know what I mean? And that's the
why I
hit.
said you can't count, the African American, the black man out.
Spanish man neither, man. The brown man neither, man.
Yeah, the
They
brown
right there
man
with us
neither.
too.
Yeah, they right there with us.
Right there with us
You
too,
know,
man.
And I say some of, some of our white brothers also, because if they could have went somewhere, they would have went.
Yeah.
They right here with us.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because everybody wasn't born with the silver spoon in their mouth.
Yeah,
man.
he
We
right
gotta
wasn't
work.
born with a silver spoon in their mouth, so
gotta work.
they stuck right here with us. They in the hood.
But the good thing is, we got means of helping you now.
Yeah.
With the programs we got, because y'all better get on it now because we don't know who gonna win. And if they let that fool in the chair, everything getting to it. Trust me.
So he talking about the presidential race.
Yes,
that's
I
coming
am.
Up with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and old man Bernie
Yeah,
Sanders.
so take advantage of the programs they got now. Like we got a man that's going all in for us, man. Like you got the means of going down there getting you some training, man.
And
Getting
we
you some
have a government
certifications.
race coming up as
Yeah,
well.
getting you some
We got
certifications,
to get
man.
ready for that.
You know,
Very
get
important
that.
in New Jersey, folks.
Yeah. And another thing, Shaq got he about to build a building too, like so.
Oh yeah, on Breakfast Street.
Yeah, so go get your construction certification, which is free.
100% Norquist will work on the Shaquille O'Neal project.
But you have to have your certification. So go down there, 1008 Broad Street, get that training. The class is not that long. Go get that training so when that door open up, you did knocking on it, you can walk through that door.
Opportunity will come to you.
Yeah, man. And plus, man, you gotta look at it. Most of the construction companies that's coming here, Raz going there, he just went down to the docks down there.
To the seaport.
To the
Went
seaport
to
down
the
there. They went
seaport.
down there and walked, man, trying to get some jobs for the brothers down there. And you know
And
the brothers
sisters.
down there, is not with the black or the brown brothers coming down there taking them jobs. Not taking them, or them giving us, helping us with that. But you gotta understand, that's part of Newark. That's
Exactly.
Newark.
But what we have done with Mayor Baraka and Frank Smallwood, Alfred Kinney, and Arnita Green, and just everyone from the mayor's office that was involved is we putting the focus and the light on much needed black, brown lives matter, and we deserve decent jobs right here in Newark at the seaport for the people who are qualified that have their TWIC cards. It's very important that black and brown people get inside the port at an alarming rate that's never been done before in 50 years, folks. You heard me talk about this on the Al Tariq Kinney and Frank Smallwood show a few weeks ago. So we'll be doing a second update after Occupy the Port 2 comes. Coming soon. Just check political views for later dates for that.
Yeah, man.
Because everyone deserves to be able to take care of their family with a living wage.
Yeah, man. That right there.
Not just the many, the few also supposed to be counted.
Yeah, man, because that right there, man, lightens the load when you're able.
When
to
you're able
handle
to
your
provide for your
responsibility.
family,
Yeah.
this crime will end.
Yeah,
And
go
things
down.
are, you know, I would say out of control.
Yeah, it
All over America, not just here in North, all over America.
Yeah, it's sickening, man.
And
It's sickening.
it's
But
sickening.
it can get better, man. Like it's
It
hope,
is
man.
getting better
It's
because
hope,
of people like us.
Yeah, it's hope.
That positivity, people like Sister Marion Bay taking her blocks down.
Yeah.
And the new recruits that under Mayor Baraka that's coming in, that just graduated.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
a whole bunch
North
of new
PD,
rookies
shout
coming
out to North PD Clergy Union.
Yeah, it's about to get real serious.
My unit real thick.
Yeah. She was street doctor went with us today, man. And one of the things he said was, man, you gotta change things over. You gotta flip what you're doing, man. Like you can't keep doing the same thing. He said, why you think it's 500 feet and 1,000 feet from this, and it's from the park and from this? Because they want you to stop slacking. Like it's over. Like the game is a wrap. Like every aspect of it, it's a wrap. It ain't $10 or more, it ain't $15 or more, it's $4 and $5. You ain't making no money.
Yeah.
And y'all out there killing each other and y'all ain't making no money. That's why y'all fighting. Ain't no money out there anymore. Like let it go. Get some training. Prepare. Yeah, prepare yourself for this wave that's coming. Because it's coming, bro. Physically, mentally, it might be negative, it might be stuff, but it's coming. So you gotta prepare yourself for it. Because understand this. Once you can't get nothing without no credit anymore. Understand what I'm telling you? So you got to prepare yourself to get that card, son. You can't get that card out there on the corners. You got to have a bank account. You got to have a checking account. You got to have a savings account. You got to have all these things in life just for you to get anything, just to make things move. Because anything you want now, what's your credit score?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, like they ain't playing no more. So you gotta prepare yourself, man. I'm preparing myself. Whenever I get something on my credit card, I pay for it the next week. build my credit up. Because I want that $10,000 or $20,000 on my credit card. You know what I'm saying? There's only 5 now because they don't trust me, which is understandable.
Yeah, black men with credit.
I ain't
women out
mad at
there,
it. I ain't
black
mad
men
at
with
it.
credit. You know you like that.
Yeah, but prepare yourself, man, for this wave that's coming because money is almost getting ready to be obsolete. It ain't gonna be no more paper money, bro. Like it's like right around the corner, man. Like before you know it, ain't gonna be no more money. Everything gonna be credit card. What you gonna do then? Going underground? Nah, ain't no underground, man. Everything is on the surface now. Ain't no underground anymore except for hip hop and all that. That's it. It's like, come on, man. Like catch up, man. Like for real, I had to catch up. I'm still a dinosaur.
Okay.
It's that time, y'all.
And as our come to a close here on Political Views, I'd just like to end as I always do when I close the show. I'd like to thank my special guest, Chris Hakeem Stokes. Let's give him a round of applause, people.
Thank you too.
And this brother is always on point. I love this brother. He has truly been the man that he could have been. Now he is that man.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Father's Day coming up. To the positive fathers that's doing something for their families out there, whether it be their children, their significant other. They taking a stance in life and they moving to that next level. Kudos to you. And I end the show with saying, when you see people going left, you go right. Keep it positive. Peace. Check out Political Views with Ali Sawab in the coming weeks. Peace out.
I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when you need. Want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend. Your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pusher now. I'm your pusher now. Ain't I clean, bad machine, super cool, super clean, feeling good, feel the man, super fly, feel my stand, secret stash, everywhere, baddest bitches in the bed. I'm no pusher now. I'm no pusher now. I'm no pusher now. Sound of the light, crazy. A man of all circumstance, a victim of ghetto demands, thinking about it to stop. And I'm not looking for a while, insecure from the past. How long can a good thing last? Gotta get mellow now. Heavy mind, heavy side, making money all the time. My LD and just me for all junkies to see. Ghetto Prince is my name, making love's how I swing. I'm no pusher man. I'm no pusher man. Two bags, please, for a generous fee. Make it world what you want it to be. Got a woman I love desperately. Wanna give her something better than me. Been told I can be nothing else. Just a hustler inspiring myself. I know I can make it. This life just won't make it. No, no, gotta get mellow. Gotta be mellow. Gotta get mellow. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when you need. Want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend.